Hello, and welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
I'm still Sharyn.
Thank you for all who have been tuning in from day one. We appreciate each and every one of you all, and that's why we do our shout outs, because we just want you to know we appreciate you. So, like I said last time, if I haven't gotten to your name, it is coming. So continue to watch. If you're new to our channel, please like, subscribe, and share our videos, especially if you love it at the end.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Before we get into today's title, we're going to do announcements and then shout outs. So, you have any announcements? Let me know.
No.
Oh, again, for those who want to hook up with Sharyn while she will be in Philadelphia.
That doesn't sound right. Hook up.
Well, however you want to pronounce it.
Look, wait a minute. I got my Philly crew. My puppy's on the porch. Okay,
right,
yeah, because we shouted you out last couple of times. I'll let you know it's coming. And like I said, Rosa done bought me a ticket, so she must really want me out of the house. You know, but it is the first week. It's the last week of October. Like
19th through the 24th.
Somewhere, that time frame.
So probably between the 20th and the 23rd would be a good time. She traveling the other days.
Right.
But, yes.
50th high school reunion. Who getting old? Not me.
So if you all want to at least hit Sharyn up to see if you can meet up, that would be great. Just send us an email. Or if you have our cell phones, hit us in a text. However,
let me know.
Just let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Broad and Allegheny. How's that for the hood?
Exactly. As far as for me, tomorrow I'll be heading out to Northern California. I'll be hitting up Sacramento and San Francisco. Ooh. So we're
gonna be busy.
Yeah,
busy.
When I'm we'll going, still take time. When I'm coming home, Sharyn traveling out. What?
Yeah, but we'll take time. We definitely have time to do the show.
Absolutely.
And sometimes logistics get a little funky, but because of all the technology we have, we make it work. Y'all know what happened to us when we were down in New Orleans. We were sweating, and I was almost bitten by an alligator, but we got the show.
She was not bitten by the. Well, we seen some and we might have tried some.
It looked like an alligator.
But I was looking for a purse. But anyway, so if
That's funny.
if all of the announcements are
done,
okay, I guess that means done. It is shout outs. And I'm already going to apologize because I know this first one is about to be jacked up because I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right. But first shout out goes to Decho. Decho.
I say Deech. Decho.
Deech.
Oh,
last initial
Deho.
That's all.
You know who you are.
Yes, if you're still watching Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa, we thank you. We thank you for being a subscriber. And we haven't heard from you in the comments yet, but please hit us up, say hello. Next, we have Nationwide Records. Thank you for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa, and we actually haven't heard any comments from you as well. But if you're watching, we appreciate you. Continue to watch and share our stuff. Share our stuff. And our last shout out goes to Elizabeth V. Thank you for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. We love you. We love everyone.
And as you speak to that, I just want to say, you guys, the people who commenting and giving us feedback, you guys be on it. Y'all keep us on our toes. Y'all are not afraid. You tell us how it is, how you feel, how you living, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. I'm like, oh, well, okay. Look, we just have to say we appreciate that because it makes us know that you are listening and that you hear us. And we, in turn, we hear you. Right. It's simple as that. So we appreciate it.
And by no means are we saying our conversations are correct. They are our conversations, our opinions, and
our experiences.
Right. And, and on occasion, Sharyn will do some research. So when she gives you the research, that is true. And what we say is our opinion. So
which is
true.
also an excellent time to say once again that we are not professionals. Neither one of us have a PhD. We are well-read and educated Black females. However, we are not doctors, and so when we give you, what we can give you is the benefit of our experiences, the places we've been, the people we've met, the things we've done, and give you our opinion on it, and share sometimes very personal things with you because we're keeping it real. So we thank you for that. And if you see it as if it's something that you can use it. That's fine. But I want you to know there's not that doctor, that crazy doctor. I never said I was a doctor, but I do play one on TV. So one more thing before we get started, I just got to say, my wife is looking lovely today. Are y'all hearing it for the fro?
Oh, I had to decorate my crown today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, she looks good every day, but some days I just say, "You right, Sharyn, you one lucky old night."
Well, I had all this stuff sitting out because we had a '90s party yesterday, and we were dressed as the '90s, so I had like all this stuff sitting out. So I was like, I'll use that today. So anyway,
wait, but speaking of the '90s party, one more time we got to send a wonderful shout out the birthday for the lovely Jessica, because she just turned. Look, she's 40. Look, 40. I wish I even remember 40. But,
exactly.
But really, we went to a party, and Rose was always dragging me with her. But we had a good time. The people were great. The birthday girl was very appreciative, and it was just a nice vibe. Great food, great music, and then I fell asleep. No.
She a mess. Anyway, happy birthday, Jessica.
Yes.
Okay, so what is today's topic after all of that nonsense that we talking? Expectations in a relationship. Like, what do you expect in a relationship?
Yeah. And you make your little list, and if the world was perfect, this is what I want in my next mate, whatever. And we listen and we hear and we look at the list that you make as you have communicated it to us. You want someone that's out, kind, loving, trustworthy, right? All those things. You want her to be good in communication, educated, financially independent. No drugs, no extreme drugs, if you will. Then the list goes on and on. It's like the top 50. Most people have a top 10, top 5. Y'all coming with, she need to have these 25 things or be working on it. And then we know you, we've met you, we've seen you, and here it is. You say you want love, unconditional love, yet you're not loving.
And I know some of you all are probably referencing back to another video that we did similar to this. But this one, I want to back it up a little bit and talk about self, because we do expect a lot from people when we are entering into a relationship. And my question, I guess, to you all and to us as well is we have to be in reality when it comes to what we're actually bringing. I think, and I know social media has a lot to do with this, because it builds us up. You put a picture on there, everybody like, sister girl, you fly, I can't, and you just have this fantasy life when it comes to social media, and it builds you up, and you're not necessarily that person.
Right.
But in your mind, you could be, because that's what people have been telling you all along.
And what you want us to believe.
Right.
That's what you're serving up. That artificial. Look, I always say it's a lot of Vaseline on the lens, honey.
So if, for instance, Facebook is making you to be this popular because you have 5,000, friends and only know 2, but okay, 5,000 friends, then you may in your mind say, "Hey, I'm a celebrity," or "I'm liked," and da 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 da. You coming into a relationship, and that may not be who you are. So I'm saying, I think our expectations are based on what we want other people to have, but we don't come in with that necessarily.
Right.
We're coming in with our true, authentic list of who we actually are, because a lot of us like to overlook
our own
the things that we know exactly, the things that we know are not good, and we may not say that when we're meeting someone. And I'm not saying you need to put all of your dirt out on who you are, because if it doesn't work out, that person may be spreading it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
be honest.
Yeah, but how can you be honest when you don't recognize it?
Oh,
so,
pal.
So I'm saying, I think we have to do an assessment, like a true assessment of who we are, before we can say, hey, I want my mate to have this, this, and this. Because if you list that, and that, you got to damn sure make sure you're coming with that, and make sure you're meeting what's on their list, because all of your stuff may not be on their list.
Well said. And that's why we have the communications, and we talk before we connect. You know, and then, you know, because sometimes we go from 0 to 5,000, and y'all know why we do it, because we are love deprived. Many of us. We talk about it. We've seen it. You've seen your good buddies with it, but you don't have it. So you ain't jealous, but you are envious. Right. And there is a difference, you know. Right. So it does happen, and thank you for speaking so very real about that, Rosa. And it's, you know, we know a lot of people. We go out a lot, you know, her friends, my friends, our friends, the social scenes, and we see a lot of interesting things go down and come up and go down, you know, and you just need to scratch your head in the parking lot like, okay, well, let's pray for them and see if this works, you know. So back to what people say they want in a relationship, you know, and it's anybody can write anything down on a list, you know, and she got to be 5'7", and you know I like green eyes, and I mean not a pound over 135, and she needs to speak 3 languages and have 2 advanced degrees, and she needs to be a junior partner in law. Whoa, what? And here it is, you living behind a 7-Eleven. You know, just got your GED. You know what I mean? I got one friend always looking for a job. Ain't got a job, but always looking for a job. And that's been 11 years. I say, have you found the job that deserves you yet? You know, but you want your mate, you know, to have 2 and 3 degrees. It's very interesting to me. And Rosa and I, like, not being judgmental. We're just listening. Even listening with a sympathetic ear. And I'm like, well, I hope you find what you're looking for, and I hope she finds you too. But as Rosa says, you know, you got to be honest about what you're offering. Right. So here we go. Before I left the dating game, and you know, you see with your buddies and the things that you've done also living this life. I remember this a good buddy of mine, and she was trying to hook up with the lady, and before they met, you know, they met online and everything, and the lady had told her, she says, well, I'm not one of those skinny minis, but I am full-figured. Okay, so where did your mind just go when you say full figure? Well, at one time, Oprah was full-figured. Not Venus, but Serena, you know, a little thick, full-figured. You know, I'm full-figured, right? She met the woman, and excuse me if I told you this before, but the girl was a size 5X. Now, when you start putting X's, because I know they keep changing stuff on clothes and stuff, but when you got 5 X's, that means it is unknown how big
but
you
I
are.
mean, it depends on how you're measuring for
well, that's true too, but let's just say 5X is large.
Yeah.
You know, 14, 16, 18, 20, or 14, 16, 18, 1X, 2X, 3X. So let's just say, I'm talking to women here, everyone in lesbian land and far beyond. So the bottom line is, the woman, her perception of herself was, yes, I'm a little thick. But when you say I'm a little thick, and then you see this, she meets the woman, she's a size 5X. She said, you know, Sharyn, the lady was so big she couldn't fasten her seatbelt. Ouch. That's big. Mm-hmm. So the point is that this woman's personal perception of herself and what she sends out to the world is, hey, yeah, I'm a little thick, but I'm working it, and I'm still you know what I mean, I'm still ready for the game. You know, no problem with that. And then meanwhile, how do you look? How do you self-describe? Oh, you know, I'm a former Olympian. Not so. So anyway, I just think
and that's a good example
on the physical,
in a sense,
right? On the physicals.
But I'm talking about mainly because a lot of people can see the physical and be like, "Yay, nay."
But you don't see it till you see it. I mean, all this
right when you meet up,
right. Because people you can send me a picture of that's the way you looked 12 years ago.
Right. Well, I'm saying, you met up, you having a good time, and y'all spent some time together. It's like, when do you share your deep secrets? And we talked about secrets last week. So when do you share that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be something. For instance, when I met Sharyn, why you perk up? Like
I'm just kidding. Like,
this is my stuff. I'm not talking about you.
We never know what Rose is going to say. That's why I perked up.
Yeah, when I met Sharyn, two things. I didn't let her know that my son was on the spectrum. That's not a conversation I have with people.
On the first, just meeting them.
But once you're hanging out, when do you disclose that? Or the fact that I have ADHD. When do I let her know? She may say, "Hey, I don't want to date nobody with ADHD." But once you are having fun and it's going both you all way, and then you get into this long lasting relationship, and then what they did or didn't expose who they really were,
the other stuff,
you never heard of that. So now it's becoming an issue in the relationship.
Good point.
Good point. And it's like, we have to disclose certain things, because some people may or may not want to be with someone who has those kind of things that are not
they come with the
seen.
Package.
You can't visually see that. If somebody
off
when they talking to you. You already know if they on crazy lane.
Yeah.
But what is that about? You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, you could have been like, I've been in a car accident and sometimes my words.
This is a rough period for
me.
Right,
exactly.
Right.
I mean, it could be anything.
And can I say this? And I don't mean to cut you off, but you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? But what all do you share in the beginning? What all do you need to know about me? More or less, as we're just chatting with each other, we finally get to the first date, and then there's a second, hopefully, and whatever. So now, and then we go into we're actively dating each other. Did you get rid of all your stuff? Did I get rid of mine? No. Oh, you need to know about Rita. Well, who's Rita? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Right. So all those conversations need to be had, because remember, on your list you said you want someone who's very honest. Right. And there are degrees of honesty.
But you gotta come honest too.
Right.
You gotta,
well said.
You
That's
gotta
right.
display your stuff.
That's right. You want her to be honest, but
saying.
You done told her 14 different
lies. We've all
lies.
made the list of what we want. Let's look at that list and see what it is that we are actually bringing that's on that list. Like, if you got something on the list that you can't even produce yourself, why put it on the list?
And expect it. Want it, expect it, and if not, demand it.
Right.
All of that. That's what gets me. But whoa, wait a minute. I dated a woman for 3 months, didn't know her real name.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, Sharon, I mean, who lies about their name?
I don't think it was a lie. It's people call you by whatever they call you by. And
yeah, but after a certain point, you like, my friend just called me that, but my name is Josefina.
Yeah, that's true too.
What? I mean, how long I got to date you before I find out your real name is Rosa Marie and not just Rosa.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of sexy and yeah. But in any event, but this is what we're talking about. You guys, you out there, you wanting things that you don't deliver yourself. Right. And there's your lists of expectations, and then got a nerve, got an attitude, got the thumps about it. If you get, girl, I found out she didn't really have a PhD. And that upset you? Miss, just got my GED when I was in prison? Those kind of things. So, yes, that is what we're talking about today, and it is very, very important because, we, like I say, we go from 0 to 5,000 so fast.
Exactly.
Because, we're so happy we found somebody who likes us enough to get past the third date and this and that, and then, look like y'all okay, and then reality sets in. Mm-hmm. I knew she had 3 kids, but come find out she had 5.
Right.
Who lies about children?
Yeah.
People do.
I mean, when you say you want someone who is truthful, and you know that you are known to lie, why would you want that? You know what I'm saying? Take that off your list.
Wait a minute, even if you don't admit to being a liar, your friends will let you know. You know
that's
she's
what
lying.
I'm saying.
You know that wasn't her car,
down.
right? You know that wasn't her car. That's her cousin Chucky's car.
That's all I'm saying. It's
those
like
kind of things.
Our expectations of who we're looking for, we don't sometimes bring those, and that's the frustrating things, because this whole conversation with Sharyn and I started when we were on social media, and Sharyn said, people act like there are not good lesbians out there and that they can't find anyone and all this, and she's just like, they are out there and blah blah blah. And my first reply was their expectations of what they want, they're not bringing. So when they get together with people, then it comes out, and then the person don't want to be with them. Matter of fact, as an example,
or you're disappointed early in the relationship. You're disappointed,
right?
And not because the person's not good. It's just that they're so unlike what they portray, what they say they were.
Right.
Oh, I'm a Christian. You ain't been church since. Okay, go ahead.
You don't have to.
Not that you got to go to church to go there, but I'm just saying, when people say that and identify as, well, yes, I'm a Christian, and da 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 da, and God's a big part of my life, and blah blah blah, and then I lead the choir every second Sunday. All these things, so you get this picture in your mind, right? And I'm telling you, we went to church. We had to ring the doorbell to get in because it's been so long since you've been at church. Just kidding.
Like, you don't know people going around the back anymore. But but no, I was gonna give an example when I was out dating, and I met this woman who was a recovering drug addict. And our first conversation, she told me that. And I had just broke up with a woman who was, alcoholic, drug addict.
Dual dependency.
Yeah, and in my mind, the first thing I said was, no, I don't know if I want to do this again, because I had been through a lot of crazy-ish with this other person, But the longer I spoke to her on the phone, and I got off the phone, and I said, I can't take one relationship and pin it on everybody else,
right?
And I said I have to at least give her a chance, and she said she was recovering, and she had been recovering for some time now. So I'm like, okay, so at least she hasn't been doing anything to my knowledge, and so I gave her a chance, and it was good while it lasted,
when it was good, it was good.
So I'm saying I respect her for giving me that at the beginning, because that could have been a no for somebody.
An instant deal breaker.
Of course, we dated for a while, and like I said, things were good. So it could have been a great time, and then all of a sudden she springs that on me, and I could have been in the mood like, no, I'm not dating another person who is dependent on this, and this. And you know what I'm saying? But what do you do when you're already in it? Like, I just appreciated her,
the honesty,
for telling me that at the beginning, and that's what I'm saying. Just disclose some of your not so good stuff, because we always like to put out all of that. Oh yeah, I got this amount of money, I drive this kind of car. It's like your physicals, and it doesn't. It's like, who are you really? Let's take away that stuff and tell me who you are. And that's the kind of expectations I think we need to put out if that's what we're looking for,
Good point. But very good point. And the magic comes, it's like when you meet somebody that she's being honest and you are too. You know what I mean? And guess what? Sometimes it's just not a good fit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or sometimes the answer is not no, but not right now. I've caught you at a very difficult time. Or I had one woman saying, she said, Sharyn, you're wonderful. Whoever gets you gets a really good partner. But right now, she was up to her hairline and ex-lover bullshit. You know what I mean? And she's, I'm not about to bring no one else in my life until I take care of my old business. Look, thank you. Like, you know what? I appreciate the compliment.
Where'd you meet her?
In my travels.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, if she's online, then that's just a line.
No, we met. Yeah, but you don't know. But you don't know that either. I mean, guess what? Right. Sometimes we're pleasantly surprised with the truth, because there are people out there still telling the truth. Some people, look, you ain't gotta tell everything on the first night, and you go with a high pressure hose and force feed them. I'm just saying, but give it time. But when you walk in truth, no one's can put a mark by you. Absolutely. Rose and I, you can imagine the conversations we have when we're not on tape. But we do we go pretty. I don't want to say to the jugular. Well, we go there.
Right.
We go there. And remember, I am married to a Aries. Enough said. Okay, enough said. Thank you for the sympathy. Thank you. No, but seriously, my Rosa does not hold her tongue. You know what I mean? And nor do I. I'm the Gemini. But all I'm saying is, she's giving me, it's like, I said, give me your worst. Give me your worst and I can take it. Yeah. Because I'm already into it. And you've been nothing but honest with me. Yeah. Okay, and I with her. So when we run into one of Sharyn, oh God, I dated her 10 years ago, babe. And you remember I mentioned her. Say yeah. So ain't nobody sticking to the wall and like, right. Who that bitch? No, we don't even do that. Right. We don't even do that because one, I told Rosa, especially as I'm getting older, aren't we all? I said right. I can't lie. Because if you're a liar, you got to remember your lies. And like the old folks say, you got to tell 3 to get out of 1. Yeah. I said, just tell the truth and you don't have to rehearse. Just tell the truth. And Rosa will tell you. I saw, babe, remember I told you about her? Oh, you remember when I told you I was on the ship or whatever it was? She said, oh, yeah, I remember, babe. Yeah. Not because I had to fully disclose everything. It's just that my life has been my life. Yeah. And hers has been hers. And back to when we first got together, and no, you didn't tell me your son was on the spectrum, but the first time I met the children, I sensed something. I just didn't know what the something I was sensing. Okay, because it wasn't extreme or anything, but it was just something, right? And you're right, that's not the first thing you do when you're going out to date a person for the first time. You're like, you need to know I just got through bankruptcy. I got 4 children and 2 of them ain't mine and whatever. It's just a little bit too much before I order dessert. Right. Right. Pace yourself. And if she likes you, she'll call you back. So, staying on point here. All right. So, we're talking about what may be going on with the other person, but with you, you may have trust issues, though you want to be trusted. Right. You might have been abandoned. You might have been scarred for life. You might have had some early childhood traumas haven't we all? Yeah, right. That you still have not wrestled with or resolved, but you got them and you're still tormented about it. But there's still you know what I mean. It's still a part of you. And if Rosa like me, Rosa didn't know I have night terrors, and truly night terrors and. Little gift from, serving and dealing with weapons and overseas and war and all that. But I had to come clean with her because we had an incident on a plane. And Rosa was like trying to calm me down and let the stewardess calm down too. Rosa said she was in the war.
Well, the flight attendant was really nice.
She was understanding. Yeah. But telling people what's going on with you. Okay.
Yeah, but when you was talking about the trust thing, and you might have some trust issues, and so you put that on your list. It's like, what part of that are you bringing though? Because you want someone to come into the relationship with their ish together, and your stuff is not together. So you want them to have that, and maybe even try to help fix yours. When you should be fixing your trust issues if that's what you want on the list, so when you get with someone you can bring trust. Yes. So with you, so
or at least know that you have issues with it. I'm still working on me. It's
and disclose it, because if somebody say, hey, I want somebody who's trustworthy, and you already know you have trust issues, right? Just let them know. Okay, well, I do have trust issues, because that could be, a make it or break it in their decision of being with you. Mm-hmm. And don't say, well, I told you at the beginning and you should have da-da-da-da, and because if you didn't disclose it and now it's an issue. Yeah. And that maybe neither of you can get past, or at least not your new sweetie. She can't pass with, remember last week we were talking about some issue about financial, getting in a woman with friends, and when the woman said, hey, our relationship can't take another hit. Right. Look, I just met you and I don't want to invite you into my life because I can't take another hit like that. Right. Rosa saying, I'm not going to deal with a person who's just got out of recovery or something like that, because I've had a really bad experience and I don't want another e-ticket ride at Disneyland with your crazy ass. Exactly. Excuse me. So,
One thing I want to talk to also the thing about the finances. We've talked about finances before, but here it is. You want on your list for this new woman to be financially independent, but you have declared bankruptcy 3 times in the last 10 years.
Oh, my bad.
Just a question. You see what I'm saying? So here it is. We want the things that we don't even have, but you want her to come in here at a plus 10 plus 10 times 10 and ready to jump into a relationship with you, and you still getting your house in order.
Right.
You know?
You want her to have a 830 credit score when yours is what?
A minus
308.
Minus 5.
Yeah, I mean,
no, that's when they just don't even give you a score. That's like, we're going.
You just have to work on whatever is on that list. Make sure you're bringing that too. It's nothing wrong with having high expectations of people as long as you can bring what you put on that list. You can provide that as well.
We have friends, associates, buddies. Just people in and around our world. We connect at different, if you will, emotional levels, but. This one, I would say more, it doesn't, you know who I'm talking about, but more of a buddy or peripheral buddy of Rosa than me. But every time I see this person, she's either getting blasted, look like she just got blasted, or is drunk right now. I don't know. And I'm just like, it's none of my business. I'm not tracking anybody's alcohol intent, but every time I see her, she is like, ripped. And then we had a conversation, 2 conversations as a matter of fact. And I said, well, do you have somebody in your life caring about you? Nah, I can't find a woman. I guess not, because you're drunk all the time. And I'm not cracking, but it's just a question. But I was just wondering, would she want a woman to be toe down and toasted as much as she is?
Right.
I'm messed up, she's messed up, and that's a good relationship. No. But they both teetotal and need to go arm in arm to AA. But it's not for me to say that. Right? But I just find it interesting when I do come upon her, she's usually in that condition, left that condition, or, times 2 today. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I can't find a woman. Let's move the bottle. Let's just move the bottle. You see what I'm saying? But people just wanting things that they're not even providing. How you going to come into somebody's life and you say, well, first of all, if it's Wednesday, I'm messed up. If it's Thursday, I'm teetotal. If it's Friday, I don't even know my name anymore.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So anything, you want to say anything to that, babe?
No.
Now,
I think that's
we've been out there and, and we've just been incredibly blessed.
Yeah.
Fortunate that we found one another, and we're still working out some wrinkles.
Absolutely.
And it's been now
some stuff that we didn't disclose at the beginning. We're working. We're working those out.
I mean, it is what it is, and it's called life. But we're still working on the wrinkles, and even if they weren't there before, people change, things change. It's called life.
Right. And some of the things that you may have worked on that's on your list, and you're bringing it, something may trigger and you don't have it anymore. So things can happen while you're in the relationship.
Absolutely.
We get that, but that's why you're in a relationship. So, now you have somebody to help you work through your stuff, because it may not have been there before, and now you're having anxiety attacks, and you're trying to figure out why you're having that. So your partner's there to help you out.
Yeah.
But if you know that you know, mm-hmm. Your stuff is not on that list, work on it.
It's like in the very personal, and if people have been looking at the show, we've been doing this almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause we got a lot of videos out there. But even with my stuff, and then I had a health scare. A couple of things came up, and then it was a rough 18-month period there. And then on top of that, I'm already, battling, trying to, keep my weight down. And as I get older, you really need to watch them calories, right? So, and it's harder to burn, right? But in any event, so I was ready. I was up to my max, and then I gained another 15 pounds. And I'm telling Rosa, I said, look, babe, this is not the norm for me, because usually I'm a bit more physical. I said, but so I go and I join Weight Watchers, and Rosa never once gave me a bad time about it or whatever. Baby, let me help you. Let me fix this for you. You need more greenery and da 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 da. And I know you're around there that slurping me. You shouldn't even have a Slurpee. Whatever it was. But the thing, my point is, I was able to lose. What am I? 24.2. Mm-hmm. I've lost 24.2, and my goal is to lose 40. I'm still coming in there at 220. I don't want to weigh 220 pounds, but I did not lie to Rosa about my weight. I mean, she goes, you're a big girl. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm actively working on it. And then I had a setback. And now I'm back in the saddle. And it will never be easy for me, but it doesn't have to be this difficult. The point of me sharing this with you is that I have a very supportive mate. Hey, do you need a massage? Do you want to go walking today? She runs, I walk. You know what I mean? Well, so-and-so is having a walk to benefit so-and-so. Sharyn, we don't want you just to donate. We want you to walk. Okay. Then she's like, I'm running across the Coronado Bridge today. Well, I've already ran the Coronado Bridge. That was 25 years ago, but I did do it. So whatever your it is, and you have a partner, you're blessed to have a partner that cares about you, loves you, and always has your best at heart for her as well. It's a good thing. So what we're talking about today is about the relationships that you want and your little lists you have for the relationship. Once you find a woman that's worthy of you, check your list. You know what I mean? Don't be demanding, expecting, and wanting things from a person that you haven't even taken care of yourself.
Right.
As they say, if you want love, be loving. As simple as that. My friends be like, oh, everybody likes Sharyn. And did. Oh, they love Rosa too. But I also know that I'm very, very, very outgoing. Mm-hmm. I know that I was building my house prepared for the love that I deserve. And I said, I want her to come on and get here. Because I felt like I was ready. Yeah. I was ready. And some of us simply aren't ready. But be honest about it. When you do your self-assessment, look at those top 5, 7 things that you want in that mate, and see if you got them.
Absolutely.
See if you got them. You wanna end it with anything, babe? You good?
I am good.
You good? Okay. She done said her piece. Well, listen. When we do, we both feel very strongly about it because we see it. We see it when it works, and we surely see when it doesn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, honey, can you come bail me out of jail? Because we got a good weekend coming. Well, sweetie, if you in jail, being dramatic, you get the point. Take care of yourself, get yourself straightened out, and make sure that you, like I said, when you're inviting love into your life, that you're ready for it. Yeah. Well, when you got that list of things you want in a relationship that you want this woman to have or know where to get it and all that she can get it because you want it, baby, what do you have on your list?
Absolutely.
None of us are perfect. They say, I'll look for perfection once I become perfect. Right? In any event, that's all we got for you today. Think about it. Try it out. And until next time, we're wishing you the very best.
Of all good things, stay safe and stay woke. And look at them expectations. We love you.